Hi, I'm Simon Smart from Smart Aero Technology in the UK. I'm here with my wheel partner Enve in the Utah PressCamp. What you can see here is the first of our line of products, which is following an 18-month collaboration and development between Enve and Smart Aero Technology. It's been quite a challenge in a way, because we're so far apart. All the wind tunnel testing has been done in the UK at the Mercedes-Benz GP wind tunnel, and all the composite technology has come straight out of Utah. I first met Enve a couple of years ago, and they seemed to be a fantastic partner for developing a new wheel, which was both combined my aerodynamic knowledge and their composite knowledge to produce a really efficient product. I think that's light, stiff, stable in the wind, and fast. This is the first of a range of 3 wheel sets that are coming on the market very soon. We have a 60mm front rim and a 70mm rear rim. They're also both different shapes. The front wheel is actually slightly wider, and 26mm at the brake track, and the rear is 24 at the brake track. Now, the reason for this is we've kind of fundamentally addressed the wheel development differently. We came into the market and realised that there's some really good wheels out there that have had a lot of development over the years, and a huge lot of aero resources already gone into them. But I think the difference is that wheels in the past have always started as a wheel in a wind tunnel from an aerodynamic perspective. But from my background in Formula One, where we think much more of the system and the interaction of everything, we felt that we could find an advantage by deriving a new test protocol and actually developing the wheels in the bicycle. And so for that reason, the rear isn't just a different depth, it's a different shape, because it sees a different flow field. So the front wheel tends to be slightly wider to help the flow attachment around the cleaner air around the front, the leading edge of the tyre as you're riding along in a crosswind. And of course the rear wheel doesn't see such an angle of attack there because of the seat tube and all the shielding. So there's a lot of things that have gone on in the design and the front of the rear wheel that make it different, and that's how we've been able to improve and optimise the performance of a wheel set. The other key area that we've really identified from an aerodynamic perspective is that there's 2 key metrics to aerodynamics. One is the total sort of drag and speed that you associate with an aero wheel, but also the rideability is absolutely key. And that's because in a crosswind you tend to get different pressure build-up. I mean, the wheel is obviously very, very complicated, but in simple terms you can imagine that you're getting low pressure build-up on 2 sides of the front and the rear of the wheel, and that's what tends to cause these oscillations and nerving experiences that some people have had in the past when riding a wheel in gusty conditions, which makes them dangerous and not really usable. So we've worked very hard to tune the shape of the wheel so that when you pass these unsteady conditions out on the road, it's that you actually have a stabilising effect, and it doesn't throw you off course. So that's a result of a hell of a lot of work that's really gone to find the best balance between overall aero speed, as in less drag, less watts, a stable wheel, and also the impact that the choice of width and depth have on the stiffness and the weight. So overall we have sort of 4 metrics that we've tried to trade to get the most efficient wheel. And I think we're really, really pleased with the final product.
Son, do you recommend a certain tyre? Do you think anything?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, for this first project, it was a big step to say let's try to develop a wheel set that works better in all frames, and that was quite a big statement. You can imagine the kind of huge test matrix you could come up with if you try to design wheels for specific bikes, and then on top of that you can add in different tyres as well. So we certainly believe that in the future we could get even better performance by designing wheels that suit certain tyres. But for now we said let's stay with the most common tyres that are being used, and that's around we designed this for around a 22-23mm tyre. Presently, for this year, we've started off with the tubular design, and now we're working hard on the clincher design for the future. Because you're quite right, that has an important impact on the aerodynamic performance.
Your background is Formula One, where obviously the speeds are far, far higher, and where the tyres are incredibly important on the performance, the cornering, but also the speed of the cars. So would you recommend any tyre manufacturers in cycling, would they ever need to start designing for Aero?
Certainly, yeah. I mean, there's two ways of looking at it. We've tried to design in a way like we described with designing wheel sets that are almost less sensitive to different frames, so you get an overall better performance. We're trying to optimise this at the moment generally for various tyre shapes, but then you could go the other way and take a specific tyre shape and optimise the rim for that, and I think there will be some more performance to be had there. But I think it's a kind of more of a second order. From where we are, we've taken the sort of low-lying fruit first, and then you could definitely move on in the future. And I think as things, it's diminishing returns, and as people look for that extra bit of performance, for sure, that's where we need to be.
And how much are these wheels?
These are retailing in the US at just under $3,000 is the recommended retail price. The price varies depending on the hub, because there's different builds. And in the UK, that's coming out at around 2,200 sterling.